Out on the Lanai, our special spot. When the sun goes down, if it's not too hot, it's where we laugh, it's where we dream, where sisterhood's always our thing. We talk it out, we sip our wine. Our Gen X hearts still hold the line. The world may change, but not our ways. We've got each other through our days. Out on the Lanai, wine glasses with a healthy pour, sharing every joy and every pain. Outside, right next to the pool, full truth is our own you. Never anything we have to explain.
Hey, 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
I know.
A blessing.
Show 7. We're almost to 2 full hands this season. And welcome to Out on the Lanai. I'm Victoria, or Vicki, and this is my sister Jaime. For those of you that don't know, you all know us.
Yes.
Damn it, you all know us. Anyways, we promise this is going to be our last show about Ireland. Yeah. We got great feedback. People loved the stuff. We've got another whole video to do. And I have to say, the last 2 days I didn't film that much video because I was drinking.
Well, we were in Dublin.
We were in Dublin. And so I took pictures.
Coffees, Temple Bar. Yeah.
We'll talk about it, but yeah. So welcome. And if you want to ask us questions, you want to interact, please use the comments. We will see them. We are very happy to talk to you and interact. So
Drinking. Dennis is already starting.
drinking, we
Cheers.
what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Drinking sideways.
Yeah, no. We Temple Bar was a highlight of the trip. We will talk about it. I don't have any video of it because we were too busy.
Prohibited.
It really is, honestly, and if it's not near a temple, I thought that was
And the whole entire neighborhood is named Temple Bar, not just the bar itself.
It's the Temple Bar district, right? So we'll talk about it. It actually, I think, is more church than church, because it really it's the oldest bar in Dublin, and the oldest bar in Ireland, and it was the Temple family, and we went and did Lisa definitely did worship there at the temple of the old fashioned. So yeah. Jaime, what's been going on? A lot.
Yes. So I was nominated for Teacher of the Year again.
Vote
here.
Vote if you're a teacher and you can vote. Osceola County.
It was amazing though, because I wish I could say I was shocked, but when I opened up the QR code and it was me and 2 other people out of 126, I think, or plus teachers that are the nominated people this year. Is last year I think it was like 8 or 12. This year it's 3. So I'm super excited, but I was nominated last year and I was really disappointed when I didn't win, and so I'm trying not to think too much about it. I'm trying. The word is trying not to think about it.
I am going to say the stuff out loud, right? My sister brought the test scores of the school she's at up. She is leading in history, in helping students understand, particularly the juniors at her high school, understand the importance of history and how it impacts them. So this is really a thing where we need you. If you're a teacher, if you're eligible to vote, please, 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 please. I'm asking. She's not. She doesn't have to. I will. I will do the. I will. Literally, I will. Please, please, please vote for my sister. She deserves it.
Thank you. But I'm just super honored to be nominated. Even it's a really big deal, and you know, it was kind of a surprise today. I was super late going into work. I was up last night talking late to Jada and Alondra. They were talking about a documentary they saw about a musician who drowned. Jeff Buckley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so they were talking about that. And so Dennis and I were discussing that and talking about that. And we ended up having a really great conversation. And we were talking till like 1:30. And for those of you who know me, my alarm goes off at 5:15, and I snoozed my alarm because I had gone to bed at 1:30, and I snoozed my alarm, and then I woke up and it was 6:16, and I was like literally like fumbling over my pants, trying to like, oh my God, I'm gonna be late for work. And poor Jackson, he was also like, "Oh, okay, mom, just calm down, you'll make it, it's okay." And I made it to work on time. But yeah, it was kind of a shock. And so it was kind of a day. And yeah, so I'm very pleasantly surprised that I was nominated. And
It's
a
no,
huge
come
honor.
on. It's well deserved. You
Yeah, I mean, we went when I started at Liberty, where I teach. When I started now almost 5 years ago, the school report card grade is based on test scores, and one of the scored tests is U.S. history. There's only a few subjects on there: biology, U.S. history, and then math and English. And they kind of rely on U.S. history to carry because we do a lot of work and we tend to bring up the school grade. And this year, I'm proud to say, when I started, I think we were a D. We had actually had the state coming in; we were almost at an F. And this year, we scored at a B, and that's amazing. And there is no high school that is lower than a B in our district, which is amazing. And so yeah, I'm super proud of that. And we had really high scores, the highest in the district. So
yes,
yeah,
the
I mean,
highest in the district. And
and I had really amazing students last year.
but more importantly for parents, she teaches the kids to have an interest in history and make it relevant for them and to them, which is what you want. You know, test scores, yeah, okay, good, great for the school, great for the state, and important. But the things that I hear whenever we go to a graduation or wherever we go with Jamie is that the kids are actually applying, learning, able to go, oh, I get it. History impacts me.
And of course, I mean, it does. I mean, everything that happens in our world nowadays, all the things that we talk about, even on the show, it's all happened before in
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form. And we're just kind of either repeating it or trying to not repeat it. And so history is important. And also, history is different than when we learned it. When I learned it, it was like, okay, memorize when Abe Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address. I don't make my kids do that because it doesn't matter what date.
1864?
60 to 63. It was in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Middle of the
60.
Civil War. But I don't make them memorize dates because who cares about the dates? It's the matter of if they make the connections, they understand why it was important to learn the Gettysburg Address, not the date. Who cares about that?
Right.
So anyway, I'm rambling. This is the history teacher in me.
No. And again, this is why the students go back, why she's made an impact. She has opened their eyes to the fact that they aren't just travelers through history, they are helping to shape history. Oh,
yeah. Very
yeah,
true.
yeah. Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
That is exactly
That was
true.
one of my mom's favorite sayings, and it's very true. Very, very true.
Agreed.
So thank you, Stephen.
Mhm.
So tonight we're going back to Ireland. I'm going to once again.
It's history. It is also history. I mean, it was history for us because we just were there, and it's also history because Ireland's older than us. For
2
sure.
chapters away from finishing my second dragon book. The first dragon book takes place in medieval history in Ireland because Ireland really unlocked things. The second one is all Spice Road. It's Murder on the Orient Express meets the spice trade route stuff. I'm very happy with them. I don't know if anyone will read them, but
I'll read it when it's finished. For sure.
yeah, there. But I just did a whole chapter on on a neurodivergent dragon and rider, and I'm very proud of that. The world I'm building is very inclusive, not because I'm jamming people into it, but because the world that I'm building demands it.
Right. It's
And
where people live.
It's
Yeah,
where people live.
absolutely.
It's real. So we're going back to Ireland. Here we go. Oh.
Galway.
Galway was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Now this was about 45 minutes from where we were staying in the middle of, we didn't want to be there. And this was the main shopping district. This section of the day was called the quest for bathrooms because literally we were looking for anywhere after that drive where we could find a bathroom. It finally was a big mega mall, and then we had to find the bathrooms in the mega mall.
Yeah, we did.
But
It was hard to find. It
it
was
was.
downstairs, and you had to use a coin to get in.
It was, but if you look at this, oh, by the way, we got tattoos.
Oh, that was in Galway. Yeah.
It was Galway. At one of the oldest tattoo parlors in the entire area.
Oh, we lost us.
Oh, where did we go?
I don't.
Are you hearing us now? Can you hear us? I'm seeing moving things. All right. So let's see what we can do. We're back. Sorry, don't know what happened. Little glitch. Glitches suck, but we're back. This was King John's Fort, which is in Limerick, and it was a Viking originally fort that then expanded, and David McCullum, who writes books on how things work or castles or cathedrals, he did these amazing specials for PBS that doesn't exist anymore about these things. And what was cool was how long it took these to be built, how they eventually became the entire town centers, and really were fundamental in not only defense, but integrating the cultures of the Normans and the Saxons and creating.
But more fun was had on the seesaw, or as some people call it, the teeter-totter outside. I'm sorry, I'm historied out, so I'm just more about the fun. And
Oh yeah,
so
well
here, we're in the courtyard.
this
the seesaw is there.
This was Lisa actually grabbing something, and Lisa, you have to understand, Lisa doesn't touch anything that anyone has touched in 5,000 years. So she picked up a rope.
None of us were
and,
takers.
and none of us wanted to.
They're like, no, we're not touching this.
Yeah. So she got pissed. That was a controversy for the rest of the trip. But we did do the Highland Games. Here's the Highland ring toss, and of course Dennis was the winner.
I think Lisa won.
No. This castle was enormous because, of course, it was not just a castle, but it was a township, and they just kept building it. It started Viking times, then it became part of the English.
And
Um,
notice the overcast. This was pretty much our entire weather when we were.
Oh,
I think people were getting married.
Yeah, we walked in. These people were we walked in on a tender moment, so I quickly cut away from
Yes.
that. Now I want you to see these passages and how tight they were, and the limestone,
And
whitewashed
I'm
limestone.
afraid of heights. By the way, in case any viewers aren't aware, I am afraid of heights, like deathly afraid. And so, and I also don't do stairs well because most of you know I broke my foot, and yeah.
This was the kitchen.
Get off
that-
that.
I was the only one that went down to.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go down there and go back upstairs.
But here are the stairs, and this is Jamie and I going, do we really want to do this shit?
I
Because
was like, I can't.
this I've fallen down a spiral staircase, and if you look, you have to be like an ant. So I cut away, but yes, we did walk up. This is one of the arrow turrets that was cut into the middle of the tower. We're only halfway up at this point in time in this.
I kept going.
We did. Well, look, I'm showing we did.
And
We did.
stairs are my nemesis, and there's more stairs to be had after that. That's like nothing. That's like halfway.
That was the courtyard and the chapel where we interrupted the couple and we're playing ring toss right down below us. And that river was
But
very.
look at how overcast it was. It was so gloomy. We
And-
were in good company, but it was just very gloomy. That's just kind of the vibe in Ireland. That weather. I mean, it was overcast like that the entire time, and this is the height of their summer.
Right. And yet these are two towns that I literally was like, yeah, I could live here. I really dig the vibe.
I don't think your wife could because it was a lot of rain. I mean,
It was.
and
It's like Seattle.
with rain, but like it was a lot. It was no sun. We saw 20 minutes of sun for an entire week.
Okay, now this was one of the lower turrets, and
Oh,
up
yeah.
there were Jamie and Dennis on the high turret, and that's how much higher that is the watchtower. That was where the lookouts would look all the way around, and you could see all the way the entire what was coming in on the river, what was in the valley. That was the point. And this was us walking up to the watchtower. And again, this was an amazing castle because it was a castle through multiple periods in Irish history.
Multi-purpose and used in many different ways. Yeah.
Yet not my favorite. Kilkenny was my favorite because that was more Bridgerton, and you know I'm a Bridgerton bitch.
I really liked Dingle, so I'm gonna die on the hill of Dingle because I really love Dingle. I love the water. I love the cliffs.
Well, but there was not a castle at Dingle.
Yeah, but I don't need castle. You want castle and dragons and stuff. I'm totally fine not having a castle.
I love castle.
I know. It's just a difference of opinion. It's no one right or wrong.
Welcome to the Guinness tour. So this
Oh,
was
yeah.
Lisa's big. She wanted to do this more than anything. She and Dennis were actually the ones that were like, "Yeah, we need to do this."
That's not me, by the way. Or
No.
Dennis.
No, it was, they were all behind me. Now this was 7 stories.
It's an amusement park.
It is. It is like a beer amusement park without rides. And I always thought, honestly, they probably should have put in boats and like it should have been a beer world after all, something
That's what it looks like.
something like that. So this is how high this freaking thing went up, and we're just on the first, literally the bottom layer where the gift shop was. Now, these are all of the different labels of the bottles that have been brewed in this brewery.
Yeah, over time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. So that was the museum of beer. That was the big picture wall with their logo. And you notice the journey begins here. It was realistically one of the most unique. So we just walked through a room where they literally had, wheat. They were showing that it starts with wheat. And then we walked into this room where it was water. And
It kind of reminded me of the ride that Jackson doesn't like at Disney.
Living with the
Living
Land.
with the Land.
This was living with the beer.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like living with the beer.
But this water
Yeah.
fountain was,
It was really cool. It had a harp or something.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
again, it was a combination of water and lighting, LED lighting.
It's cool.
And if you watch, it did complex patterns in the water that I had never seen done anywhere. So this was really neat. So watch what it does now. There's the harps.
Yep.
It did the harps. Guinness is 95% water, which is why you get 98% drunk when you drink it. Yeah, this was just
That was
amazing.
cool. Kind of like watching a drone show for the first time. It was really cool that they made it out of water.
And it literally, it was just like the second room in this whole, and of course, then it took us through the whole brewing process. Now, I don't know if she's like yeast enthusiast. Yeast.
Oh yeah,
yeast mega fan.
each one of the people photographed had some kind of they were like a specialist in something.
But yeast mega fan?
I don't know. Maybe she drinks a lot of Guinness. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Honestly, I didn't read it very much.
They don't-
It's too much. It's a lot. It's 8 floors.
they
I just wanted a beer.
they don't brew shit here. They just were taking you through the process. So that
It's a museum.
it's well, yeah, it's a
museum.
it was an exhibit. It wasn't even a museum. I mean, it was.
I think it was a museum, but like a more modern museum. So it wasn't like old school museum. It's not like a museum of modern history or anything like that. It was, but it was more digital, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're younger, that would be geared towards that. But I mean, it was really interesting because they had. I did learn more when we were at the Smithix,
Yes.
because then we got to like do hands on and see things. And this was more kind of like self guided.
So
It was very crowded.
this was telling us how many bubbles were and we found out that we'll see it in just a minute. So we're going through the fermentation process, and it's this is the temperature, 232 degrees, which is what they get their hops to, which is why it gives the distinct dark roast flavor for Guinness.
I'm missing my hair right now. Like I chopped it off after I came home. Like half my hair is missing.
But I like what you've done here.
Yeah. If I ever want to envision it, I can just watch this video.
That's right.
See my hair again.
Welcome to roasting. Yes, and then we, again, this was all these people are standing around looking at the journey of beer. Then we
Yeah.
get to this is the fermentation process where they were trying to show us the fermentation process in an abstract way, which was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And there it's how many they'll show us in just a minute.
Something in
300 million bubbles in every pint.
But do you know it's actually 300 million? Did you count them?
I did individually.
Yeah, right.
I had nothing to do one day.
I didn't even drink any Guinness. So
No, she did.
we were at Guinness, and I was the only one that wasn't drinking Guinness.
But we did have a good time. We were having just a
It's
great
very people-y. Yes, it is. There was a lot of people there. It was someone just said it was very people-y. It was massive, and it was just very crowded. You need to
That's Lisa, by the way.
okay, but you need to understand that for people that are watching, it's high season for them. This is high tourist season. There were so many people there,
Yes.
and if you don't like people, like it's hard because it was very crowded.
It was.
Imagine Disney in the summer.
And again, what I was disappointed in, so you see all the pipes cut off. This was used until 1988 as
Make me nauseous. Yeah.
as a brewery, and it was a stacked brewery, so they did use all of this, but now it's just a showplace.
It's a digital museum.
And yeah, there's the yeast collecting vessel number 2.
Where's vessel number 3?
I don't know.
What about
Oh,
4?
but there was Lisa.
Lisa found vessel number
She's-
4.
She did. We hadn't even been drinking yet.
No.
So
And
again,
another level. Back up.
this was an area of controversy because there was a tasting. So
I didn't want to
and Jamie didn't want to do the tasting because she didn't like Guinness.
No.
So we ended up getting out of the line at the tasting and just heading directly up.
Which was a better choice because everybody got to get a Guinness
Yes,
in the Sky Bar.
except for Jamie.
Well, I didn't
She
drink
got a red,
a blonde.
a blonde. Redheads are better in Ireland.
Well, there's more of them. They're majority rules.
Actually, there were more blondes than redheads. That I
Yeah.
saw.
They're not from there. It's the same people that asked us if we were from Tennessee. No offense to any Tennessee people out there.
Okay.
You don't even sound like
So
Tennessee.
this wonderful world of Gilroy was all about their marketing. We had a question the entire trip why a toucan was the symbol of Guinness, which is one of the things that is just weird. And it turns out it was a marketing campaign long, long ago that where they were trying to show that a Guinness a day is good for your health, and if a Guinness a day is good for your health, imagine what two cans a day would do for your
Yep.
health.
Toucans can do.
But they did this whole Sesame Street level animal, making sure kids were ready to drink.
Sorry, get to the beer. That's what we were doing. We were rushing through.
We were.
By the time we got to the third floor, we were like, okay, like there's, excuse me, there's 8 more floors.
Well, and they even had a whole, and people were in there watching it. I will show it to you. There were people watching all of their commercials through history.
No.
It was kind of like Budweiser, where they're like, "Oh my goodness, that was a cinematic triangle."
If you want to go to a museum, this is not a museum. Like this is more of like a
An amusement.
modern,
Okay.
like amusement park.
Now this was fun. A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle, and they had this weird, demented.
It's not demented. I have that poster, and I look
No,
at it
but
every
this
day.
is demented. The fact that they needed to animate it was just weird.
Hey, it looks animated in my poster too, and I love it. That's why it's on my wall. And the kids are like, "Miss, there's a fish on a bicycle." They do it every day. So,
Good things
Perfect.
come to those who wait, and it says surfer. So they did have a Guinness surf campaign because that's what you want to drink. This is this
fine.
that's the commercial room.
Oh,
Look at this media room.
we got 3 minutes left
I know.
because I'm out of wine.
We're getting there.
Okay,
We're almost done.
where's us drinking?
It's almost there.
Okay,
This
no, I'm not watching all of
this
this.
was the history of Guinness
No.
commercials. This is Lisa playing an electronic harp for, and again, Lisa doesn't touch things, so this was different. This was Lisa having a good time. Here we are.
There you go.
Now this is the highest bar.
It also is
in
the
Dublin.
brightest. It's the brightest it looks because those are all pictures on the windows.
And this was us driving actually to Dublin the next day.
We're not going to make it through.
We're done. We're almost done.
Okay, I was going to say we're not
There we are. Actually, this got out
order.
of order. There we were. Yeah, you noticed Jamie's was slightly less,
Yes, I didn't drink the Guinness.
but you could see Dublin. It was very pretty up there.
That building is not really very pretty. So don't make things up because that's not very pretty what we were looking at right there.
That was
That's not pretty. What is that?
part of the brewery.
Look at Lisa. Lisa's like, leave me alone. Oh, hi. Leave me alone.
And this was Dublin. This was the shopping district in Dublin, and yeah, those kids really didn't like being filmed. And so that was Ireland. And from there, we ended up at Temple Bar. We ended up at the Museum of Whiskey.
That was fun. Lisa drank all the Irish coffees.
She did. We
Literally.
we thought we were going to love Irish coffee. Everyone's like, you need to go get a good Irish coffee.
No.
Irish coffee sucks.
No. I much prefer Mexican coffee. Mexican coffee I like better.
I like
Yeah,
Bailey's.
so.
I like Bailey's Irish cream in coffee. We're hearing our shit downstairs being projected back. So that's it for Ireland. We had a great time. I promise you we will be back next week with something.
Talking politics and crazy stuff
And I've got to go get Jamie another drink. So thank you, everyone.
I gotta go eat.
Yeah, we're getting
Beer.
beer. We'll see everybody next week. Thank you for joining us. Talk to you soon.
Adios.
Out on the Lanai, we welcome you now. Sometimes other guests show up as well. All on the never die.